You've felt it, haven't you? A presence lingering in your thoughts like a breath that won't leave, and it's them. The one who once stepped into your life with quiet eyes and chaotic timing. The angels say, this is not over. Not even close. Because while you've tried to move forward, this person, the one whose silence speaks the loudest, still dreams about you. Not just dreams of memory, but of longing. Of you standing in doorways of their future. Of your voice calling through the winds of their becoming. They don't understand it fully yet, but they feel it. A pull. Not lust, not nostalgia, but soul memory. And each night, as they lay in the quiet of their room, your energy weaves through their dreams like a thread of divine reminder. You were sent for a reason. Why you? They ask themselves. Why does her presence still hold weight in my chest? The answer has begun to whisper in their bones. You didn't come into their life to be a chapter. You are the mirror of their mission. The interruption heaven permitted to reroute their path. The angels say, they are awakening. Slowly, but surely, your love cracked something ancient inside them. And though they've tried to escape it, they now sense what's true. You weren't a coincidence. You were a calling. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. They weren't taught how to handle someone like you. You arrived with silence that sees, with tenderness that disarms, and something inside them panicked. The walls they'd built for years weren't meant to collapse in one look, but with you they did. And it terrified them. The angels reveal, this person is carrying wounds too old to name. Not all scars bleed where we can see. Some live behind smiles. Others, behind the urge to run. They've felt affection before, but never safety. Never truth that didn't come with a mask. When you looked at them without needing anything in return, it felt like a storm. A storm that swept away everything they believed love had to be. And for someone who's only known survival, love that doesn't require struggle feels suspicious. So they pull away. Disappear. Send mixed signals. It's not personal, it's ancestral. You remind them of all the things they buried. Vulnerability, self-worth, the frightening idea that they could be deeply known and still loved. The angels say, this is the ache before the awakening. They are caught in a silent battle between their desire for closeness and their fear of exposure. They don't flee because of what you are. They flee because of what they're afraid to become. And yet, their soul lingers next to yours, quietly asking, could it be safe here? You've given so much of your energy, quietly, gently, hoping that love would recognize itself and return home to you. But the angels want you to rest now. Because this love, this sacred unraveling, will never require you to dim your own light just to illuminate someone else's path. They see how often you put your own needs on hold, how you pray for their healing more than your own, how you wait in silence, hoping they'll reach out first, while your own heart aches in stillness. But your wholeness was never meant to be sacrificed. The angels whisper, she who holds the light must also learn to hold herself. There's a difference between loving someone through their healing and losing yourself in their wounds. And right now, the most magnetic thing you can do is return to your own center. Return to the rituals that nourish you. The small joys. The daily commitments. The way you laugh when no one's watching. When you choose yourself, gently, fiercely, fully, you don't walk away from love. You lead it. And from that strength, they'll feel it. The shift. The gravity. They will sense the radiance that no longer chases. The angels say, this is not a test. This is a remembering. You are not a placeholder. You are a home. You didn't come into their life to make them comfortable. You came as a mirror, not of who they pretend to be, but of who they're meant to become. And that reflection? It shook them. The angels reveal, your presence brought light, and light reveals everything. The truth they buried. The emptiness they dressed in distractions. The feelings they told themselves they didn't deserve. You see, they've spent a lifetime perfecting masks. being what others expected. But when you looked at them, really looked, they felt seen in a way that was almost unbearable. They didn't know how to stand in that level of visibility without feeling exposed. So they pushed you away, hoping the mirror would break. But it didn't. It stayed. Steady. Silent. Loving. The truth? Your authenticity didn't repel them. It ignited them. And that ignition burned through illusions they weren't ready to let go of. The angels whisper, "You did nothing wrong." It wasn't your love that overwhelmed them, it was your truth. You became the catalyst for a storm they never saw coming. A storm not to destroy, but to purify. Now every time they think of you, they're not just remembering a person. They're confronting a version of themselves they've yet to meet. They don't talk about it, but they feel it. In the quiet moments, driving half asleep, alone at night, your name rises like a song they can't turn off. And something is shifting. The angels say, a soft awakening is taking place. Not loud, not dramatic, but undeniable. It began as restlessness. A sense that something was missing. Not in the world, but in them. And now they know what it is. It's you. Your voice. Your stillness. The way your energy felt like truth. They're beginning to recognize how empty the distractions were. How much love was given to them, freely, and how afraid they were to accept it. The angels show them rereading old messages, replaying memories, trying to grasp what shifted. But it wasn't just a moment. It was you. You were the turning point, the sacred disruption. Now, they wake up differently. Not with answers, but with longing. They're not prepared to voice it yet. But something inside them whispers. She was never just a fleeting feeling. She was the door. The angels confirm, the path back to you has already started. Because a soul can only ignore the truth for so long. And when love has been stirred, even in silence, it begins to bloom, with or without permission. You feel it, don't you? That rhythm, close, then distant. Warm, then cold. As if they're dancing with the idea of you, but always one step away. The angels whisper, it's not because they don't feel. It's because they feel too deeply. They come close, hearts full, eyes tender. But then something inside them shouts for retreat. Not because of you, but because love has never been a safe space for them. Each time they draw near, the old stories resurface. Stories that say love equates to loss. Intimacy brings pain. Truth means abandonment. So they pull back. Tell themselves it's for the best. But your energy lingers like a fragrance on their skin. And just when you start to heal, they come back. It's a cycle. Not because they're playing games, but because their soul is at odds with their conditioning. The angels say, their soul remembers you, but their mind still doesn't know how to hold you. And so the cycle continues. Until they finally yield. This isn't punishment. It's a process. You didn't conjure this pull. You didn't create this pattern. You're simply standing at the center of a soul learning how to love without fear. And that's a lesson that only time and grace can teach. What if the way you loved them is what began to heal them? Not with grand gestures, but in the way you stayed gentle. The way you never asked them to be more than they were. The angels reveal, your love reached places no one else dared to go. You didn't try to fix them. You simply saw them, in all their pain and beauty. And that, dear soul, was the remedy. They've never known love that didn't demand performance. But yours asked only for presence. Even in your silence, you offered refuge. The way you held space. The way your energy said, I see you, even when you're a mess, became their first taste of healing. They didn't say thank you. They didn't know how. But now, in their private moments, they whisper your name like a prayer. Because your love did what logic never could. It softened the edges. Melted the masks. The angels say, healing often begins in the quiet spaces love leaves behind. And your absence has become a mirror. They're finally seeing what you offered. what you held. And they're beginning to realize, this wasn't just affection. This was transformation. There's a reason you keep dreaming about them. A reason their name still resonates in your spirit when the world grows quiet. It's not obsession. It's alignment. The angel speaks softly now, because this truth is sacred. You and this person were woven into each other's path long before this lifetime began. You didn't fall into their life. You were placed. By divine design. There are no accidents in love that stirs the soul. Only appointments we don't remember making. The angels reveal, this connection is part of something greater. Something that stretches across time and space and memory. And now, the path is being cleared. Slowly, unseen forces are moving. The fears that once held them back are weakening. The doubts are fading away. Because the love that binds you was never meant to be a lesson in loss, but a testimony of faith. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. The angels say, you are not waiting in vain. You are waiting in sacred preparation. And when the moment comes, it won't need explanation. It will feel like prophecy fulfilled. He wants to tell you. He does. But when he opens his mouth, the words disappear. Because admitting what he feels would be to undress the soul. The angels show him rehearsing it. In the mirror. In the car. In dreams. But fear, that ancient ghost, wraps around his throat. He's lived a life where emotion meant danger. Where opening up led to betrayal. So now, even as his heart aches for you, he stands at the edge, trembling. The angels whisper, he's not cold. He's scared. Because loving you would mean risking the one thing he's always tried to protect, his vulnerability. You see, it's not that he doesn't care. It's that he cares too much. And in his private moments, he wonders, what if she sees all of me, and leaves? The angels urge you not to wait for grand gestures. His heart is already speaking, through hesitation, through silence, through the tremble in his gaze. It's not rejection. It's rawness. He is learning, through you, that love doesn't require armor. Only courage. And slowly, his soul is gathering the strength to be seen. There's a peace that comes when you finally stop asking why. When you no longer beg the story to unfold the way you imagined. The angels kneel beside you now and whisper, it's safe to let go. Not of them, but of control. Of timelines. Of needing answers before you can breathe again. Because the truth is, what is meant for your soul doesn't leave. It lingers. It circles. It returns. And if it's real, if it's divine, it will find its way. Not through force, but through alignment. You don't need to chase. You don't need to prove. You don't need to suffer to be loved. You only need to trust that what you planted in love will bloom in time, even if it blossoms in a different way. The angels say, surrender is not giving up. It's opening your hands to receive the miracle that's already on its way. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. So rest now. You've done enough. Let the divine finish what your heart so bravely started. You are not being forgotten. You are being prepared.